In this part of Chapter 5, we'll cover the effects of imports and technology on the U.S. fiber and fabric industries. The textile fabric industry. So what is a textile fabric? It's any woven, knitted, braided, knotted, laminated, felted, or chemically processed material. This is the basic material used to create many of the fashions that we use today. Fabrics are created from non-woven or woven fibers that are made into yarn. Do you recall from part 1 how fibers are made into yarn? Fibers are spun or twisted, in most cases, into yarn. We use fabrics in every aspect of our lives. Try to think of a time when you haven't utilized fabrics. Did you think of one? Probably not. We wear it. We use it to make our homes more comfortable with our furniture, bedding, window treatments, and even bathroom accessories such as shower curtains. We walk on it. The carpet and rugs in our homes are not only stylish, but they provide comfort and support. Fabrics are also used in the interior of our vehicles. These are just a few examples of how we use fabrics. Can you think of any examples? Gray goods are unfinished fabrics that are converted into finished products for consumer or industrial usage. They have not been fully bleached, nor have they been dyed. They're basically raw fabric, such as muslin. Fun fact, we each consume 86 pounds of textile fabric annually. Organization and operation of the textile fabric industry. The U.S. textile industry is the second largest exporter in the world. We primarily export fibers, yarn, and fabrics. In 2018, we exported $23.4 billion in textiles. The top 5 countries that the U.S. export to are Mexico, Canada, China, Vietnam, and Honduras. The fabric industry must stay abreast of what's happening within the industry. This will allow for enough lead time in planning color and fabric lines. The fabric industry works several seasons ahead, and fiber producers work at least 2 years ahead of season. Designers make decisions about weaves, colors, and finishes that they'll use in their collections well in advance, anywhere between 6 to 18 months. So, the fabric industry must stay in the know by following the market and partnering with industry experts, such as designers and forecasting services. They also need to attend textile trade shows. This will allow them to identify the weight, color, texture, and patterns that consumers will want in the future. Color forecasting companies like the Color Marketing Group, Pantone, and the Color Association of the United States play very important roles as to the decisions of the fiber and fabric market are based on color. Textile trade shows are a good source to identify trends. The shows are typically held semi-annually across the world. So I've listed here a few domestic trade shows that are held in the U.S. fashion capital of New York City, and also a few that are held here in California. In Los Angeles, we have the the LA Textile Trade Show, and the Global Textile Trade Fair. In New York, we have Premier Vision Review, Print Source, Spin Expo, and Tex World USA. Consumers today are more conscious of how their clothing is made. We are advocates of eliminating child labor in factories, improving the working conditions such as the hours, pay, treatment of staff, and the overall condition of the facility. We also want to ensure that we are lowering our carbon footprint. So we seek transparency in how our clothing is created. The image here gives us different ways that we can have more sustainable fashion. Some of these ways include upcycling and recycling our fashions, thrifting or swapping our clothing, also renting our clothing, selecting more vegan and cruelty-free fashions, and also ensuring that our fashion is ethical. These are just a few ways that we can have more sustainable fashion. Trends in the textile fabric industry. With rapid changes in the fashion industry due to consumer demand, influencers, and technology such as social media, the fiber and fabric industries must explore new and innovative ways to meet consumer demand quickly, efficiently, and maintain an eco-friendly footprint. Some of the major trends that affect the fiber and textile industry are innovations in high-tech fabrics, the growing global competition, the increase in exports, greater diversification of products, the increase in government regulations, and new technology and equipment. Let's explore these in a little bit more detail. High-tech fabrics have been constructed, finished, or processed to contain qualities that are innovative, unusual, or hard to achieve. These qualities are not normally available with other fabric construction. Some examples include our moisture-wicking clothing, such as our exercise and active wear clothing, uniforms that our firefighters wear, wetsuits that scuba divers utilize, snowsuits, and even gloves. With advancement in the production of fibers and fabrics in the U.S., we still continue to import fibers and fabrics in large amounts from around the globe. This in part is due to the technologies that other countries have. Exports continue to rise, taking a 53% jump between 2011 and 2018. So how do we overcome this? We overcome this by having more technology advances, doing market research, having operations overseas, and ensuring that we focus on our foreign markets and their operations. Mills are beginning to shift part of their production to accommodate the consumer need for blended fibers. Geotextiles are manufactured permeable textiles used in civil engineering projects to reinforce the stabilization of an item. Here's a few examples. Permeable fabrics can be those that would allow body heat to escape the article of clothing. They are also used to wrap homes to prevent moisture penetration. Important government regulations include those issued by the Federal Trade Commission, or FTC. One of the regulations is care labels. As you've probably noticed, all of your clothing articles have a care label affixed to it. This regulation requires apparel, accessories, and piece goods to have a label with care instructions that is sewn or affixed to the garment. The care instructions will tell you how a garment can be maintained. Can it be machine washed, or does it need to go to the dry cleaners? Can it be ironed, and if so, on what setting and temperature? The Flammable Fabrics Act banned ignitable fabrics and apparel. Technology advances. Advances in technology give us back time. It increases production and efficiency. Computer-aided design, or CAD, is one way that we see technology advances in the industry. CAD is used to design and create fabrics and garments. New machinery allows for fabrics to be produced quicker. Another technology advance is digital printing, which may actually be on the cusp of replacing screen printing in upcoming years. So class, this wraps up Lecture 3, Chapter 5, Textiles, Fibers, and Fabrics.